G'day fellas, here we go. We got something a bit different and a bit special. Well, it's not that different. We've all had Stella before, but not in the 750 with the cork top. Let's give this one a little crack. I haven't seen this before, so I just had to buy it, of course, and try it as we go. Try every beer, but I don't mind trying them a different way with the cork. Here we go. Lovely. Jeez, got a bit of bubble. Let's give it a bit of a tilt. Quite a nice head on that. That's good. Nice colour. Alright, mate. There you go.
Thanks, Trev.
Cheers,
mate.
Johnny. Here, have a little taste of the new
Cheers, mate.
Stella.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's alright. Tastes a little bit better than, maybe that's better than the normal Stella. It's got a little...
It's light.
It's light. It's a light
taste.
beer. It's a light beer.
Light
Only
in taste.
only 5%.
When you poured it, I thought, oh, it doesn't got much of a head on it, but it seems to, it has frothed up and it's got a nice head on it, hasn't it?
Hasn't it? Yeah, that's alright. I don't know. What do you think?
It's got that Stella Artois slight bitterness to it.
Has got a bitterness to it. I was going to say it's almost like a Foster's, not a Foster's, but a Vic bitter sort of.
Oh, more like a German Belgian beer, wouldn't you say? With that
definitely.
light bitterness to it.
Definitely. But it has got a bitterness to it. So it's probably a little bitterer than the Stellas you're used to. So if you see that one and you like a real bitter, maybe the cork does that. It's given a little cork taint to the beer. What do you reckon? The cork's given it a bit of a bitter and extra oomph.
Oh no, you were saying you think it tastes a little bit more bitter than the normal Stella Artois.
Oh, definitely.
I haven't had it for a while, but I wouldn't say it's bitter like lemon. It's just got a slight astringent bitterness taste to it.
Yeah, it's not as strong, but it's
You could drink plenty of it though.
It goes down easy enough, doesn't it?
Very nice. You could drink plenty of it.
Yeah, so that's the big bot. I haven't seen that. I don't know if you guys get that one over there. But, yeah, have a try of that. This seems like a little different to the other Stellas and a little bit bitterer, but a bit nicer at the same time. Strange, isn't it? A bit champagne-y or something, isn't it?
It reminds me a little bit of the aftertaste of Singer Gold beer when they used to have that in Thailand. A little bit of the aftertaste of that.
Yeah.
Nice beer. Especially at midday, they're beautiful.
Is it hitting midday, has it?
Just over, it's past the yard home, we're sweet.
That's alright, we can feel sweet about that. Not that it's mattered to us in the past. But, yeah, we'll have a little story about Thailand. Johnny and I have been there that many times, it's ridiculous. We talk about Pat Pong being the best bar strip of Thailand. Of the world, actually. I've been, 50 countries around the world. Johnny's been to quite a few. I don't know exactly the number he's been to, but it is the best bar strip in the world, hands down. And I would say that because of many reasons. It's very established. The night market's handy. If you're there with your wife, you can send her off shopping. Then you go off and do a bar crawl on your own or with your mate and let the two women go, I've been over there with friends and it's just a good spot. Even the women don't mind if you've got a wife. They enjoy the sex shows and all that. They're all interested. It's all new to them and it's very professionally done. But at the same time, it's a single man's paradise. It's not for married men, really.
You wouldn't want to take your wife there, really. So like
well, you know what sort of strife you can get up to in an hour, what I mean?
Well, you're not going to have much fun with your wife in tow, are you? Although if you do walk in with a partner, the girls are inclined to play up to you sometimes a lot more.
They put the show on for you and your wife, don't they?
Especially if your wife's paying. And but your wife's Chinese, and you know, my wife's Thai. I don't think I'd be taking my current wife to a bar in Patpong nowadays. Patpong's changed a little bit, Trev. It's
you haven't been there for a few years. It's actually Bangkok's been off the list a little bit because you can fly straight into Koh Samui now. But if I went to Koh Samui every year, a couple of times a year sometimes, you know, and stay a couple of months on my own, of course, when I was single.
This is back in the 80s, though, isn't it?
80s, 90s.
Yes, before the Krauts got there and the Russians nowadays. It's for the Russians nowadays. Well, they pulled down all the signs in Thai and English and put them up in Russian.
Oh, we went off our head last time in a lot of the shops. They don't have English anymore, they just have Russian. It's fucking bullshit. But anyway, so Bangkok, Patpong, if you're going to go around the world and you want a bit of an adventure, go to Patpong. Stick to the ground floor bars first. And if you like dancing, Queen's Castle, King's Corner, they've got nightclub sort of dancing areas and bands and
that would have one of the best.
It's great, isn't it?
Group of entertainers in there at the Queen's Castle, but 99% of the blokes don't realise that when you walk in there, they're well, in the old days it used to be 50-50, but now it's total complete. You know, all transsexuals. You know, they've all had. No, everyone in the joint has had a sex change.
Oh no!
And none of them have penises, but they've all been born as men.
Okay.
You know, or as males. You know, but
cheers.
They've the whole scene in that place is full of transsexuals.
It wasn't in the olden days. I remember Simsy.
It used to be 50-50.
Yeah, there was a lot, but Simsy pulled 2 girls there in one night, and we've all been there and had a great night. But I actually there was a couple of nightclubs around there. Roma, you ever go to Roma?
Yes.
I did all right out of that. I picked up a non-working girl, let's say. Well, you know, worked at Robinson's. Every time I went there, I never saw her there.
Not the Bangkok Bank?
No, not this one. It was Robinson's.
Surprised me how the Bangkok Bank operates. You know, 90% of the staff's out here in Melbourne, you know. Every Thai woman you meet, you say, where do you work in Bangkok? Bangkok Bank. I worked at the Bangkok Bank. Did you? Yeah, I know where you worked. It wasn't the Bangkok Bank. You know. Yeah.
Robinson's.
You might have to put a few deposits in it, but you know it wasn't any Bangkok Bank they worked at. You know?
All right, fellas. Might leave you with that. I'm laughing too much. Patpong. Yeah, it's probably the golden place in the whole world to go.
You can get them too, golden showers, if that's what you're into.
You can get anything you want.
Anything you want. It's only your imagination and your money it's going to limit you.
That's all. There's no limits in Thailand. You know, if you got the money, the friends, and the imagination, you can do absolutely anything and everything you can ever think of. All right. Take care. Go and save your pennies and get over there and have a good time. Cheers, fellas. See ya. Cheers, John.